complicated, but how does this compare to PoE in your opinion? Agrius, I'll show you. All right, so you start this game out and you pick a class to start with, right? I started with Primalist. This is your talent tree, very simple. As you spend points, this yellow bar moves to the right, and as it passes these markers, you get these skills guaranteed. Then, at a point in the story, a few hours in, you choose a subclass. You can pick any of these. I picked Beastmaster. There's another talent tree. You can go all the way to the right on this tree if you wish to. On the other things that you didn't pick, you can go up to the halfway point, this chain right here, all right? So you can, like, I'm a lot of Beastmaster, but I've also dipped into Druid, okay? Then, your abilities, the buttons that you put on your bar down here, each of them has a small talent tree. It's nothing crazy. It won't take you long to read these. Pretty easy to digest, and they're also easy to respec if you make a, choose something and you change your mind. So these are really cool, and you can customize your stuff with these. Then, just like action RPGs usually do, there are unique items you can find that completely change how a build works that are really awesome. There's one I've heard about for the character I'm playing that turns your summons into squirrels in a 1-to-2 ratio. So if you had 5 wolves, you get 10 squirrels. And then the squirrels fight for you. Additionally, something you want to do in your end game, just like every action RPG, is work on getting your resistances capped, I've learned. They cap at 75%, but there's also a physical resist. So there's physical resist and there's armor, which both help on some hits. So you want to get all these resistances max, so you end up doing kind of like a juggling game with different stats on your gear. And there's also a thing, it's like crafting, and you can fine-tune the stuff on your gear to try to, make it better in different ways to get those resistances set and stuff like that. Whispers, Rune of Ascendance. What? Hold on a sec. Rune of Ascendance, I have 4. Okay, what? You wanted me to try to get the hat? Honestly, even if I get the hat, I can't afford to lose this right now. What was the other item that was really good? There was like a relic, I think? I think someone said there was a relic that did like something for vines, and I'm using vines a lot. Hold on a second. Last Epoch Primalist relics. Primalist unique relics? Let me look. Hold on, I'm looking through a list of stuff here. I don't know if this is a good website for this. Yeah. Last Epoch tools. Class. Primalist. Let's see, open a new tab, open a new tab. There's Helmet of the Scurry. Artor's Legacy, plus 1 to 2 level minion skills. No. Increase minion health, plus 1 level primary skills, plus damage. Plus chance on hit to grant one of your minions aspect of the spider. Aspect of the spider lasts 8 seconds and grants 15% more damage. So no, that's not it. That's not it. Relic. So there's only one Primalist relic. So I don't know what they were talking about. Someone told me there was something. Okay, let's just search Vine. It probably doesn't also search the main thing. Let's see. Last of Epoch, Primalist, Vine unique. Let's see what comes up. S tier ranged Vine Thorn Spriggan. Oh my gosh. Gear uniques. I also linked it. What's up? Hang on. Atera's Path. You and your minions have 20% increased movement speed and healing effectiveness. Every second, if you're moving, you have a chance to cast Summon Vines. That's kind of cool. What do my current boots do? Hang on. Current boots have 33% physical resistance. But my physical resistance is actually 113 right now. If I take these off, I'm still overcapped. So getting these would actually be kind of nice. So, but there's got to be a lot of different unique boots. Probably pretty low chance I'm going to find these. Let's see. So to do that, what I need to do... I need 4 crappy boots. Well, here's 2. Clear. Ascendance. This is the other one that has an interaction with vines. Let's see. Silva Frond. Increase minion damage, minion health, minion crit strike multiplier. When you directly cast summon vines, you're teleported to their location. Plus cooldown. Plus 7-second cooldown duration for summon vines. 100% increase summon vines summoned when you directly cast. Summon vines are immune to poison. Plus increased cast speed of them. I mean, is this an amulet? No, this is a ring. What do my rings currently give me? Necrotic and Fizz resistance. Poison resist. I don't know if that really helps. Alright, I'll go for the boots right now. Okay. Ascend to these boots. Dark Stride. Plus charge for Void Cleave. I think that's a Sentinel item. Alright, let's try this one. Blood of the Exile. Increased movement speed, bleed duration, more physical ailment damage to moving enemies, strength to accent. Plus 10 strength, plus 11 dex, and 9 int. Huh. Gambler has items you can buy too.
Take care.
Where's he at? He's over here. See if I can find 2 more boots. 2 more boots.
Gold won't save you. The blade might. Want to go again? Not bad.
Okay. Morning Frost. Increase freeze rate, movement speed, plus 1 cold damage to attacks and spells per point of dex, minus 1 physical and cold resist per point of dex. Alright, last one I got. And another Blood of the Exile. Okay. Alright. An attempt or 4 was made. Let's go back to Lear and use 10 ectos. Yeah, okay. Alright. We're at the final boss of this monolith. Dreadnought's Wreckage. Fight the void-infused Hearten among the wreckage of the Dreadnought. Are you in Circle of Fortune? Yes. Yep. Oh gosh, what's that?
The void is all that is left. Let the void take you.
Alright, so there's dudes like off the edge of the platform that are shooting stuff into the arena.
Can't you hear it? Drown in darkness. God's Emperor.
Glad my Necrotic and Void are capped out. Resistances, I mean. He currently has 250 dots on him.
Let the void take you.
It's a shame I can't hit those guys over on the sides. I don't have line of sight of them.
Can't you hear me? Drown in darkness.
Almost got him.
God's emperors, it was all for nothing. This is different. Am I free?
28% increase ring shard drop rate, increase wand shard drop rate, or bow shard. I'll take ring, I guess, if I have to choose between those. Alright. Big poison damage, his health is barely moving. Ouch. Yeah. Would you say you enjoy this more than PoE? I would say my favorite 3 action RPGs are currently this, PoE, and Grim Dawn for different reasons. IMO, they kind of scratch a different itch. PoE has more insane levels of depth. If that's what you want, PoE is really good at that. This is very solidly, like, to me, way more depth than D4, but less depth than super ultra endgame PoE. And I'm quite happy with that. I think this hits a very good spot. Like, it's still not brain dead. You know, I've still got like 1, 2, 3, 4 skill trees, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trees. But they're not all the, you know, giant tree that Path of Exile has that makes respecking very, very difficult and expensive. In this game, it encourages you to try things, and respecking is very easy if you change your mind on something. Spider Silk Quiver. I'm not using archery. I'll throw that in the stash. Bulwark of the Last Abyss. Block chance, increased armor. Every 3 seconds, if you are on high health, you lose 25% of your current health and gain Apocalypse for 3 seconds. 70% increased void damage during Apocalypse. 70% increased melee strike critical multiplier during Apocalypse. Okay. Not for my build, but interesting. Alright, so we just finished Fall of the Empire. So now we're ready to start Reign of Dragons. I'm gonna go hit the bed. Good night, guys. Good night, Tabby. Okay. Oh, someone mentioned earlier my no, not that. Crap. This thing. Let's go visit the observatory and see if we can get any things to get some rare drops. Set gloves ×3. That would be really easy to do. Kill just a enemy in the monolith. Death of Amber Elemental in Lightless Arbor Dungeon. Tier 4. I won't be there for a while. Click always show reward icons in bottom right. It's a visual helper. Oh. Thank you. Grab that. Alright. Let's see. End of time. And back to here. Alright. Let's see. Not partial of any of these, so I'm just gonna pick one. She opens the game. Yo, the game guide is so good in this. When you're just like, oh, yo, how does poison work in this game? Boom. Details. Very good. I want all my future games to have a game guide. Where it's basically just like Google for stuff that you find on items. How does resistances work? How does armor work? What exactly does poison do? Like, I knew poison was a dot, but the game guide taught me that poison also reduces the target's poison resistances. So, additional stacks of poison actually do more damage than the earlier stacks. ANET take notes. At least ANET has the /wiki command, but they certainly don't advertise enough. Every time I talk to new players, I mention the /wiki thing if I think about it, because it's always new information for someone. Ship has places to be. Ow. As I've gotten older, I've gotten more resistant having to go outside again to figure things out. For me, it depends on whether or not I've accepted that it's a game that I am okay with doing that. Because I so hate to be spoiled on something, right? But, so, if I think like, oh man, if I Google this, there's a chance I'll find spoilers by accident, I will resist the urge to the nail. But if I feel like I have to, or if I have come to accept that it's a game we're doing that's okay, like Terraria. Terraria, hey, there's my 3 gloves constellation. Terraria, you don't really lose anything by figuring out how the game works with the wiki. But other games, like, I just really don't want to accidentally be spoiled. Rune Prison. Ow. He's dying fast, though. Oh, he wasn't even... Oh, I actually thought he was, like, the end of the level thing. He was just on the way there. He's like, yo, I'm not even involved, man. Leave me alone. It's almost like 11th hour lesson to people and implemented it, right? Yeah, we were talking this morning during the morning stream about, like, companies not listening to people, and the topic shifted over to, like, live action stuff. Because, like, recently there was, like, the Avatar one on, like, Netflix or something. And people asked me if I watched it. I was like, no, I looked at a trailer for it, and I saw a bunch of stuff that was absolutely were plot holes. And I was like, I don't know, I'm not going to watch that. Looks like they didn't even watch it. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, like, Aang was flying without his glider in the trailer. That's... There's, like, major reasons in the story why he can't do that. In fact, it was a huge, crazy thing when a villain figured out how to fly with airbending in Korra, because Aang was never able to figure that out. And they have him doing it, like, in the trailer. Like, what the hell? And then they changed Sokka to be nicer, because... And it was like, Sokka being a jerk at the beginning and being nice to people at the end was actually a big part of his growth. And then the conversation kind of shifted. I was like, something I never really understood as a kid, and even now as an adult, is why when they make a live action of something, why do they always feel like they need to muck with it? Like, why not just, like, if you're doing a live action of a comic, you know, DC, Marvel, manga, whatever, why don't you just use the successful comic and, like, that's your script? Line by line, frame by frame. You already know people love it. Don't with it. Why do they do that? They always have to tamper with it. Like, scene by scene, camera angle by camera angle, use what the comic did. And then just put the craziest special effects you can on it, and we would eat that up. We would love that. Okay. This room is clear. This room is clean. Because they need to justify making it, and if they change nothing, then why make it live action? Just for entertainment. That's like justifying an anime after a successful manga. It's the same story. And they usually just copy the same script. Let's see, don't need that. Don't need that. Can I afford to equip this? Minus 35% poison resist. I'm at 165. Okay. Alright, so I just lost 45% pet health, but I gained 50% pet damage. I'll hang on to this in case the pets start dying too quickly.
Yes.
Zarek's Greed. Isadora's Grave Chill. None of this helps me with my builds. 26% crit strike avoidance. I don't think I've seen that on an idol. Maybe once before I've seen that on an idol.
Take care.
Okay. I agree, they should have just copied Avatar literally scene by scene. The length of it even equals the live action episodes. Makuzi Mug instead of Bleed. Yeah. Why you make live action stuff after an anime that's already motion picture is beyond me, but making an animated version of a static media is understandable. So Ring, I think it would be making a live action is they're trying to appeal to a larger audience, you know? If something is thrown on Netflix, like, okay, if you've got a, shoot, hold on. Okay. If you've got a big old circle of people here, and like this circle is people that watch anime, and then you've got this circle, and it's people that watch Netflix, right? And you've got, it's just like anime, and then over here is Netflix, and then over here is overlap, right? I think when they make a live action, they're trying to hit this area here, right? So, like when they make a live action, you know, Full Metal Alchemist, Rurouni Kenshin, stuff like that. They know that there will be anime fans and stuff that watch it too, but I think they're also hoping to get new fans in. They're hoping to get new fans into the franchise. However, again, why not copy those same crazy scenes that we fell in love with in the original stuff? That blows my mind. Like, one of the ones that I immediately think of as I talk about this is, there was one of the DC comics. There was a DC comic all about Plastic Man. And there was a scene where he's trying to open a lock, and this guy is taunting him on a camera. And he's like, you can't get through that lock. And he's talking to all about, like, he's like, oh man, you can't open it. It's made with carbonite steel, and we sacrificed 3 baby seals to make this lock impenetrable. And Plastic Man, of course, just shapeshifts his arm in the lock. And he goes, hey, look, I found the key. And he does this. He does this. And it was such a moment. And they changed it slightly, but when they made it a cartoon and they animated it, they kept that scene. They kept that scene. It was iconic in that comic. It was like, it wasn't the same if they had taken that out. Like they knew it was important for it. But it's just so often there's like these crazy iconic moments that make you cheer, or like, oh, like you're reading, you're like, oh my god, and then they just cut it out completely out of stuff like live action. It's just like, bro, oh my god. Nid says, I think when Netflix is about acquiring new fans and more about just pushing content, keep people subscribing, could be wrong. I'm sure that's part of it. I mean, money is always going to be part of it, because that's how they pay the bills and stuff like that. That's hi. My cat says hello. But yeah, I do think acquiring new fans and stuff is absolutely part of the thing. Like, for example, I know when they turn a manga into an anime, sometimes they're left with too much time left over. So you end up with like long awkward pauses, like, you know, guys like, you killed my father. And then it like pans over to grass and like the wind blows, you know? And then you see the other guy's eyebrow twitch. You know, they have to like fill in the 30 minutes. So there's like a lot of like filler time, tumbleweeds roll past, crap like that. One Piece, God, I used to watch, one of the times I started watching 2x speed media was freaking One Piece. I would blast through One Piece episodes on 2x speed, and then when actual fighting started, I'd slow it back down to normal and enjoy it. Because it is so much fluff thrown in there. The Doom movies. What? Wait, was there Doom movies? I remember a Doom movie. The video game already had the perfect script for cheesy action movie. Dude just needs savers from the portal, Hell Open on Mars. I like the cheesy Doom movie. I don't know if I can fight you on that one. DBZ has the Frieza fight that lasts like 30 episodes. Funny short story on that. Growing up, I did not have access to cable or Cartoon Network unless we were on vacation. And there was a few years of my childhood where my parents were doing well enough that we went on vacation like once a year. One year, we went to a hotel, and I was watching Dragon Ball Z, and I was watching Goku fight Frieza in the hotel room every chance my parents would let me. I didn't know much about Goku and Frieza, but I was getting into it, you know? I was getting into it. And we finished the vacation. He still hasn't defeated Frieza. Next year, we go on vacation, and we're in a different hotel in some different place, and turn on Cartoon Network. Goku is fighting Frieza. And I was like, oh my god. Dude, it did not even occur to us that it was a rerun or anything. My mom was just like, he's still fighting this guy. Like, I was young and stupid. My parents were old and stupid. And it did not occur to any of us that it was a rerun. We were just like, oh my god, it's been a year. And honestly, it might have. It might have been the same fight. I don't know. Like, he was just charging that spirit bomb or whatever he was doing. I don't even know if he spirit bombed Frieza. I remember he used Krillin's disc thing to cut him to pieces. Still accurate? Yeah. I also remember Goku like had Frieza on the ropes and then gave him energy and then let him live and then killed him after. And then he freaking gave Cell a Sensu Beam. He's like, here's a Sensu Beam, fight my kid. This kid's like, what? The only thing longer than that was Oliver Minty football match. Oh my gosh. It's kind of funny when the goal is kill the boss, and you kill it, and it says Echo conquered, but the boss had resurrection, and he gets back up, and he's alive, but you could just leave. He's like, hey, wait, I have a phase 2. I'm more of a Yu Yu Hakusho fan over DBZ. Spirit Gun. I was introduced to anime. I didn't even know what anime was. I did not know anime like was made in Japan or Korea in some cases. Yeah, I basically abroad. I didn't know that. I just knew on Cartoon Network late at night, the little robot man on Tsunami played the good stuff. That's what young me knew. And I was introduced to freaking DBZ, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Trigun, Outlaw Star, Yu Yu Hakusho. Man, there was a lot. Like all of, I was corrupted by this little robot man. Cowboy Bebop, Space Ghost is not anime ring song. Get that shit out of here. Space Ghost is where I got the you 6-piece dumpster diving chicken McNobody insult. That was not anime. Friggin' Space Ghost. No. Get out of here with that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Alright, good enough for now.
Take care.
Keep it moving. Space Ghost, yes, the American anime. I hated that show so much it interrupted my anime. You're giving me the slight urge to go like rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho. You know what a show is I watched as a kid that out of just a random urge I rewatched as an adult? Zoids. There was a period of time I was like, man, I want to watch Zoids again, and I dug around online till I could find Zoids on some scummy website where I could watch it for free, and I rewatched Zoids.